Hey y'all, welcome to Outback Irrigation. Today I'm going to show you installation of a new product called the Wire Virus. Now this takes the place of something like an AdaZone or a wire splitter or something of that nature. You can find them at wirevirus.com. They're about 55 bucks for two of them. They're super easy to hook up. You take the green wire and hook it to your field wire, and then your red and blue take the spots on the controller for the zones. Now here I've already got these hooked up. This red wire and this green wire are bad, so are yellow wire, and in that red wire you notice they're hooked up to the green, and then the red and blue wires are hooked up into the controller. You're going to mirror that when you get out into the field. I went ahead and cut those two off so that it's known that those wires are no good. Here we are in the field connecting up our common wires. This has nothing to do with the common. I just had that undone because I was doing some wire testing and diagnostics. So let's tie it in a knot so we know that's the bad wire. We don't get confused. Go ahead and cut this out. Trim it back. Go ahead and strip that back. Again, your green wire is going to go to your field wire, just like we did inside the controller. I'm going to pop a little bit off that. These are pre-stripped, but I like it to be a little bit more so I can get some good twist on there. Go ahead and stick that wire nut on it. The cool thing about this is you can stick those wire nuts in a way where the opening is down, and then you don't have to worry about moisture getting up inside it. You can see that valve box is already full of water because of the rain that we've had. Hooking up to the blue wire there, just like we did inside the controller. You're just going to mirror where the bad wires were inside the controller, the bad wire and then the good wire. The red and blue will take the spot of that. Green, of course, to your field wire. And there it is. That is done. Just set that where it's vertical inside the box. Put everything back and you're finished. The whole thing, this has been sped up, this video, of course. But the whole thing, I mean, taking your time, you're looking about 3 minutes of installation between the controller and the box. Let's go ahead and strip that back. This is the yellow wire that we have the second one connected to inside the box. And then we have... each one of these boxes has a curious mix of Hunter and Rainbird valves. So let's turn that knot up that green wire so we know it's bad. So you see this works on Hunter and on Rainbird. Doesn't matter. Irritrol, Tora, it doesn't matter. As long as you don't exceed the 1 amp of draw, then everything is fine with it. Same thing, your field wire to green and then your zones out to red and blue. Match them up inside the controller. You'll see here in a bit I have to flip them around inside the controller because I got it out of order from what the homeowner had his the order of the zones that he had, so had to go back and redo that. But all in all, pretty easy install, nice and easy for you contractors out there. You can charge your customer less money to install these wire viruses over buying the AdaZone or something of that nature, but yet you can still make the same amount of install money for it. It takes up less room. You don't have that big bulky box that you do with the AdaZone. Your customer's paying less. You're making the same amount of money for a product that works just as good. Coming out here and testing. Zone 1 coming on. Let's go out. Hit zone 2. Zone 2 is on right there in the flower beds. I did not install this. It was not me pointing those towards the house. Zone 3. Now zone 4 was one of our bad zones. And see, I got them mixed up. This was actually supposed to be zone 5. Zone 5 was also a bad zone. This is the reason why we were called out here. I got them flip-flopped inside the controller. We'll correct that here in just a moment. There's zone 6. Everything's good. Here we go. Flip-flopping that around. You can see it's already done. Kind of hard to tell because it's so sped up. But all right, let's program this controller. And I went ahead and I just put everything at 40 minutes. And then I realized that the 2 zones in the beds do not need to be 40 minutes. So I had to go back and make that correction. You see I'm doing that here. We really don't need any more than 10 minutes. 10 minutes is actually kind of a lot with that. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Y'all have a good one. Out.